if you guys are wondering where Mason is, he's fishing. He leaves at like 5:45 a.m. I am not a 5 a.m. club kind of girl. I could be, but Mason gets home so late from work. By the time we eat dinner and go to bed, it's like 1 a.m. Like, there's no way. It's about like 8:15 in the morning. This is usually around the time I get up. If I have like morning voice, this is like a raspy moment, we're here for it. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning though is I drink my water from last night. I finished the rest of my gallon if I did not finish it before I went to bed. So I just have this much more to finish before I fill it up and start over for the day. The next thing I do before I get out of bed is I go on my phone and I pull up my notes and I go to my affirmations. Every single month I have a different set of affirmations that I write down. Usually people like try to not reach for their phone in the morning. The way that I stay away from notifications and diving into like Instagram and getting back to text messages and emails, right before I fall asleep, I turn my phone on airplane mode. So that way I don't see notifications first thing when I wake up in the morning. That's my little tip if you want to have your morning be just your morning, and if you have maybe like a little temptation to go on Instagram or check texts or whatever, airplane mode is your best friend. So I'm just gonna read some of these and then I'm gonna let my puppies out. I'll just pick some of my favorites. The universe 100% supports me when I follow my desires. It is my God-given destiny to be a rich, powerful woman. Oh, I love that one. I know I am worthy of abundant overflow in all areas of my life. A life of grace, ease, and flow is what I attract every day. I see myself at a new level and I attract at a new level. I trust the process. Now that we're done with that, it's safe to get out of bed. Well, actually, I need to finish up this water. Let me just... All right, that's good enough. All right, Prada, here you go potty. Okay, let's go. They say to make your bed every single morning because if you do, it'll be the first task you accomplish out of the day, and then it gives you motivation to want to complete another task, and every time you look at it, you'll be reminded that you already did something productive. All right, time to let my dogs out. So I live in a complex. My dogs don't have a fence and they don't really have that much of a backyard. So I always check to make sure that no one's out there in the mornings, and then I just kind of let them roam free. They're both trained really well and they don't go too far away from me at all, and they listen so well. So it's just kind of like my treat to them in the morning to get them outside and get some vitamin D. While they do that, I usually take some time to just sit down and kind of center myself for the day. So this is when I will just feel the sun on my face, just try to feel the feelings of being present. And then sometimes I'll close my eyes and do a little bit of gratitude, and I won't do anything like crazy. I'll literally just think of what pops in my head first. I love doing gratitude practices. Every time I do one, I'm just like, yes, it just gets me in such a good vibe for the day. You ready to go inside? Ready? Good, let's go. Good, go inside. Good boy. Hi, hello, welcome to our living room. So the next thing I do is I write down my to-do list for the day, just so I can get like any thoughts that are kind of like jumbling around in my head out of my head and onto paper, because then I can continue with the rest of my morning routine. Feel free to like do whatever I want without thinking like, oh my God, I just remembered I have to do this, I have to do this. This is usually when I'll look and see like what I didn't get to on yesterday's list also, and just push it over to today. Okay, so now that the list is done, I don't have to think about that shit for like the next hour or whenever my morning routine is done. I take quite a long time with my morning routine. I do not rush it. That is one of the beauties of working from home and working for yourself, is you get to do whatever the fuck you want. I like to spend the majority of my day, well, the majority of my mornings, on my spirituality. A lot of the times it's my whole morning, because that's just gonna set up my day to be so much better. Every time I prioritize my meditations, my manifestations, manifestation, the day goes so well and my business does better. So it makes sense for me to make that a priority. I really don't think that like spirituality and my business are two separate things at all. They definitely go hand in hand. So I can't let my spirituality slip. Like I have to prioritize that. And I do every single day. Okay, so now I'm going to keep listening to some light music. I'm gonna tidy up the kitchen. I just like to clean my space, clean my environment. A lot of the times I find too when I declutter or tidy things up, I myself feel like I've decluttered like stagnant energy. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna head to the kitchen. I'm gonna get these dishes done and then we're going to move on. So I just made my little drink and I poured it out of my gallon so I can always like tell how much water I need to finish. But I mixed two powders in here. I have like this collagen booster that I take. It tastes so good. And then I have this greens powder, which is like, I think it's 34, 37 like superfoods. Both of them taste amazing. It helps me get my water down a lot quicker and obviously it's just super good for me. So I love to just start the day with it. Little tips if you're trying to drink a gallon of water in a day. I get the majority of mine done in the morning. You'll have to pee 20 times, but whatever. And then I just put it in this cute little mason jar with this straw because it's just like a little mood booster. By the way, if you're wondering what all this shit is on my living room table, it's all of our wedding alcohol and a bunch of storage from our wedding stuff. So yeah, more info on the wedding coming in a vlog soon. So usually after I tidy up, I start to do my 5-minute workout. So this is something I've been doing for like the past week and I have been committing to it with no issues. There's just like no excuse for not doing a 5-minute workout. So I just look them up on YouTube. I do it in my living room and then I'm done. The thing with 5-minute workouts is they're usually pretty brutal. So it's like no breaks in between, like doing like really hard motion. It gets my endorphins flowing and I can commit to it. And every day for 5 minutes, like that's so much better than not doing anything at all for a full week. So that is like a little thing that I've been doing for my morning routines recently. Oh, my ass though. Literally about 2 minutes in, I could tell I was gonna be sore tomorrow. That's the thing with 5-minute workouts. They freaking sneak up on you. You think like, oh, it's 5 minutes, it won't be a big deal. No, it sucks. So now that I've got some endorphins flowing, I've tidied up, I've let my dogs out, I made my little drink, done some affirmations, I'm going to get in the shower. So I will see you guys in a second. So now that I finished my shower, this is when I finish up my skincare and then I usually will like semi-pull myself together for the day. I don't really wear makeup every single day, so we're not going to be doing that, but I am just going to kind of like spruce myself up where I can still like hop on the stories. If I need to run out of the house, I can. And also I find that I'm a little bit more productive if I'm a little bit more pulled together. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I have 3 lashes left since I was in quarantine, but you know. Okay, so now that I don't feel like I literally just rolled out of bed because I showered and I kind of fixed my hair a little bit, I'm going to finish my body care. So basically I'm just gonna like oil my body, lotion it, whatever. Can't really show you guys that, so I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, that's better. I'm actually just gonna add a couple of accessories since I don't wear makeup at home unless I'm filming like something where I need to have my makeup done. I love to just throw on some light accessories. Helps me feel really put together. Yay, we're in the beauty room. So this is when like the real shit happens. This is when I like actually do my daily spiritual practice. So usually I'll just come in here and go to YouTube. Once again, I make sure that all of my notifications are off. So I'll actually turn do not disturb on my computer just because my messages are linked with it and sometimes it'll just bombard me. And then I go to YouTube and I usually listen to like a sound bath or singing bowls or anything like that. The Healing Vibrations Media channel. I listen to that channel primarily. It's just like really nice vibrations. It helps you get like in the right mindset, relax and like ease into a meditation, a journal sesh, whatever it is. This is when I'm like, okay, I pretty much got all of the little tedious things off of my plate that I feel like I need to do in the mornings and now I'm like taking time for me. Another thing I do when I'm here before I like start journaling or anything is I make sure my space is clean. So I did this off camera, but I actually wiped down everything. There's usually a bunch of ash on here because I light sage and shit, which I'll get to in a second. Just to kind of like get yesterday's energy off of it. It's kind of like a physical clean, but also like a spiritual cleanse, because this is low-key my altar as well. I do have my tarot cards I pulled for the month on here. I have like my Sage of Palo Santo. I have $1 from like this manifesting ritual I did that kind of just like holds the energy of that. These are from like other little manifestation rituals I've done. I always just end up keeping a lot of my stuff. I don't know. It feels weird to get rid of it, so I just keep some of it just to remember. Like I said before, I feel like business and spirituality just go hand in hand for me, so it makes sense to have it all in the same area. So yeah, I'll turn the sound on and then I will light some sage and I'll start just like cleansing my space. So I'll cleanse my body, I'll cleanse like my altar / desk area. Okay, so I've cleared all the energy. I feel great. I'm going to start my journal sesh. Journaling really helps me to just kind of like get any thoughts out of my head that maybe I didn't even realize were there. Like a lot of subconscious stuff that maybe I need to clear, or, you know, maybe not even that. A lot of the times I'll just do like a gratitude journal where I'll just go off on a tangent of like everything that I'm grateful for, and I'll just like write as fast as I can to like keep up with my thoughts. Sometimes I'll do a desires list where I'll write down like specific things that I desire. There's lots of things that I do. I kind of just go with what I feel for the day, but my rule is that I write in here once a day with something along those lines. So today I'm kind of feeling like I want to get real specific with my desires, so I'm just gonna write down a desires list. I already did some gratitude earlier, so I feel like we're good with that. Okay, so I just finished writing out my desires. I wrote down 2, but I got very specific about them. And then I wrote down any like negative ideas that came up while I was writing down my desires. Like anything that told me like I couldn't have that, or I wasn't worthy enough, or like whatever it is. I just wrote those ideas down. And then I wrote down new ideas. So this is gonna be like the opposite of the negative idea, but it's gonna be like in present tense, like I already have the thing. So now that I've written down the new ideas, I'm just gonna go through and imagine that each thing that I just wrote down as a new idea was already true and already happening for me. And I'm gonna like hold that vibration. It's like a little meditation manifestation practice, and it definitely helps me to manifest a lot faster. Yeah, it's just nice to like feel the feelings of like having exactly what you want. So I'm gonna do this and then we're gonna make some food. Okay, so I'm almost done with my morning routine. This is pretty much my last thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and make some breakfast, and then I'm gonna start getting to work, going through emails, editing this video, and then doing all my other stuff on my to-do list. So it's about like 11:15-ish, which is probably would have taken me less time if I wasn't filming, but also I do tend to take my time with my morning routine, so I don't know. As long as all of my morning routine is done, that is literally the most important thing. I'm not joking, you guys. It changes my whole day. So I'm gonna start making my parfait, and then I will get to work and say bye to you guys. This is the yogurt I use, by the way. I am a dairy-free pescatarian. Sometimes I'll eat cheese here and there, but it really does mess with my body, and I'm not with the whole animal cruelty thing. So this is my favorite vegan yogurt. It is so delicious. Literally, it's called So Delicious. All right, and that is pretty much it. Now I'm about to dive into work. I'm gonna start on some emails and then start editing this video, so therefore I need to hop off. Thanks for spending the morning with me. I hope this gave you guys some inspo on what to do with your morning routines. Honestly, I feel like it's taken me a couple years to like nail down one that I feel like comfortable with, that I'm consistent with, that I actually like. My best advice if you're trying to find your own morning routine is to just go with what feels right. If you can use this as inspiration and find something that I did today that maybe you want to try out, do that. Nitpick what feels right and what doesn't. Just go with the flow. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overthink it. And just make sure that you're taking care of yourself before you dive into the day, because that just changes the entire day for the better. I promise you guys. I can't keep looking at this freaking parfait. Before you guys leave, make sure you click that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and give this video a big ass thumbs up. I love you guys, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.